Hi, it's Alaska Granny. With this red alert stay-at-home orders increasing from state to state, it's a little concerning. Do I have enough food storage? Many of you are probably asking yourself the same thing. I know I've been stockpiling and going over the foods and trying to make sure that I feel like I don't need to panic. These are the types of emergencies that we've been stockpiling for, so we know we have what we need. But yet it's been so uncertain in the last 10 months through this pandemic that it's hard to really have confidence that we know how drastic things could get in the future. Well, one of the things I've been doing is cleaning out, decluttering, getting rid of things I don't need to make sure that I have enough room for the things that I do need. One of the things that I did was declutter. I found this tote, it was full of just stuff, and I got rid of the stuff so that I can use it to store some of my food. Now, when you're stockpiling food for emergencies, you want to remember there are 3 levels of food storage. Number 1 is your 72-hour food. The food that you could just open and eat, doesn't require any cooking. Trust me, you don't want to have to boil, add water, heat up, nothing if you are in a severe emergency and you don't have those facilities available to you. So you want ready-to-eat foods, meals ready to eat. Even the military has meals ready to eat, because if you're sitting in the middle of the woods, you don't have probably extra water, a stove, and time to heat things up in a pot. You want things that you could just open and eat if you had to, because you don't have any other way. So if foods, even though they taste better heated up, you can find lots of canned and packaged and little pouch meals. The food is already prepared. You don't even have to heat it if you can. It's ready to eat. It's just going to be cold. Next, you need to have your prepper pantry, your 3-month supply. That sounds like a lot of food, but if you look back since the beginning of this pandemic, how hard has it been to get some of the things that you want? We've been told not to go to the store. You've tried to order things online perhaps, or for a grocery pickup and they're not available, and it's been a struggle to keep up with the food supply. Plus, with so many people losing their jobs and the economy being in such questionable straits, many people don't have extra money to stock up on everyday foods. The struggle is real, that people are not being able to find the things they need or afford the foods they need. So you want to make sure, even if you have a reduced income, that you're still stockpiling 1 or 2 extra things as you can. If food is hard to get now and it's hard to afford now, can you imagine if times become worse, things are in shorter supply, or money is tighter? It's going to be that much more difficult. So we need to sacrifice a little bit along the way so that we can have that lifestyle insurance. The foods that we need will be available to us in our pantry. The 3rd type of food storage is the long-term food storage, a stockpile of foods that are naturally dry and can last for 30 years. Things like oatmeal, rice, beans. You can buy some of them already pre-packaged from places like August Farms that you can find at Walmart or Amazon, or from the LDS Church, which is the Mormon Church. Whether you choose to buy things like beans and rice, 1 pound, 1 bag, at a time, and store it in a bucket, seal it in a Mylar bag, seal it into a canning jar, or even with a food saver, you need to have a large supply of long-term food storage once you have your 72-hour food and your 3 months pantry. You can be growing your long-term food storage along the way as well. Every time you go to the store, pick up a small bag of beans or rice, put them away in the bucket, and you're building your long-term food storage at the same time. This bin is going to be like extra pantry foods. These are just basic meals to fill you up and keep you going. Cheap, fast, filling, and hopefully delicious. Plan for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. What's going in my bin? Peanut butter, almonds, craisins. Granola bars come in lots of varieties. You can have them for breakfast or a snack. Find the variety that you like. I like an easy meal of vegetarian vegetable soup with a can of ravioli. I think it's filling and yummy. Have enough cans to feed the people in your family. Someone told me years ago, If you have a can of meat, a can of cream of anything, and something mashed, you have a meal. I have roast beef with gravy, a can of mixed vegetables, and some of the Idahoan mashed potatoes. You only add 2 cups of water, and they are delicious. I have a 5-pack of mac and cheese. I've made this many times with no milk, no butter, and it still is fine and suitable for my family and my needs. A super easy white bean chicken chili. Add some salsa verde with white beans and canned chicken. You can add more beans, more chicken, make enough to feed your family. Chicken pot pie soup. You can add an extra can of chicken, an extra can of chicken broth, have some green beans or mixed veg, and then you have a nice big pot of soup. Pasta sauce with fettuccine and a side of green beans. Hearty chicken with vegetable soup, an extra can of vegetable medley. Serve it with some stovetop stuffing. Refried beans with some smoky flavored Mexican couscous and a can of corn. Steak and potato chunky soup with some mixed vegetables over mashed potatoes. Very easy. There's still room. I'm going to add a few cans of fruit. When I add stockpiles of food, I always try to add some paper plates, napkins, a few utensils, and a can opener. Watch for these little P38s or P51s because these are super sturdy. They're very lightweight. All of that fit into this bin that just had junk in it before, and now it's going to be a lot more useful. If you're concerned about having enough food like I am, it might be a good idea to try to organize it again, sort through it again, decide how you're going to use it, and even make up some 72-hour kits or week-long kits, or organize it into meals. Then because I have it all in a container, I could actually take this if I needed to bug out or evacuate, because we just never know. There are certain emergencies when you can't stay in your home. So don't tell yourself I'm only going to stay in my house because that's where all my things are, which of course is preferable. But sometimes maybe your house burns down, you have a tornado or an earthquake and your house is damaged, and there are all kinds of reasons why you might not be safe in your home. So be prepared to stay home if you can, but then know that you have a plan if you have to leave, that you have your bug out bag and maybe some food packets to go. Then you can really make the best of whatever comes your way. If you liked my video, I hope you'll share it with someone else you think might enjoy it. Learn more at alaskagranny.com, and please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.